relevance in educational matters. Liverpool was keen on it before the First World War. Great emphasis was placed on the practical and the useful, as these pictures of Liverpool elementary schools show. But then and now, practical and vocational subjects were not for the academic elite, not for Rex Kissack and Leslie Ellis.
It was always my regret when I was in the third form that I wasn't allowed to do, I was allowed to do 2 periods a week of woodwork, but I would like to have done 4. I wasn't allowed to do any metalwork at all. That was, the use of the metal workshop was confined to those boys of lesser academic ability. At the end of the first year, I had no more woodwork, no more art, and I resented this, temporarily at any rate. But the fact that I had to have 1 period of maths, 1 period of English, 1 period of French, 1 period of Latin, 1 period of geography, 1 period of history, in portions during the day, I found very, very boring indeed. And I did it somewhat against the grain.
I remember the very first day that I first met Prideaux, the vice principal. He came from the City of London school, and he brought all the classical acumen of the 1860s, 70s, 80s, 1900s. He grew up right at the very height of classical scholarship. How he came into the Latin set I'd been put in and said, "Which is Kissack?" And me, as a little boy of 11, stood up with knocking knees. And he said, "I've been looking at your scholarship, your 3-place entrance papers, and I think you would make a good classical scholar. Sit down." And that gave me my briefing for my next 9 years at school. I had to do it.
In due course, in a path trod by a dozen or so a year in many generations of collegiate boys, and not just in classics, Rex Kissack made his way to Cambridge and took a first-class degree.
The end of the process was to try and turn out people that were gentlemen, if you like, or people that could comport themselves in the world, alongside the public school product. We were competing with that, and therefore you tried to make it as much like that as you could.
The public school model, which grammar schools copied, was obvious, as the advertisements in the school magazine in the 20s and 30s show. Again, just like the great public schools, the collegiate ran a training corps, an officer training corps, of course. As captain of the school, Leslie Ellis ran the school prefects, and like Rex before him, was entitled to beat other boys with a slipper. Again, very public school. Old boys' societies also flourished, and the old school tie and old school loyalty were encouraged. Like many grammar schools, the collegiate also had a house system, which in a day school could not have been particularly meaningful. There was a regular and much appreciated school camp held in the Isle of Man, where something of the corporate spirit of the public school was captured. Here Leslie and Rex could sing the boys' own paper songs of house and school.
When we read in Britain's story of the days of long ago, of our brave forefathers' glory, our hearts within us glow. Of their lives we see the beauty. There's no thought of sordid pelf. Each one strove to do his duty, all regardless of himself. Chorus. Our hearts like theirs are British. Our aims like theirs are high. We will not cowardly falter or basely turn and fly, but as our brave forefathers did in the days gone by, we Liverpool Collegiate boys will either do or die. And it all seems that way today, but when I think of the first time I sang it as a little boy, just 11, in a crowded hall on speech day, tears came in my eyes, and I really felt that was what life was all about.